Brought to you respectfully by our one and only sponsor, the esteemed and most useful tool for training on the table. You want to get big? Buy a Country Crush. Country Crush. It's a fucking handle! What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Wes Björnsson here representing Country Crush. Welcome to The Grip, where we talk about arm wrestling, strongman, and powerlifting. Let's get into it. Alright guys, today we're going to do something a little bit different. There's just been a ton of shit that I want to talk about happening in arm wrestling this week. So we're going to do a This Week in Arm Wrestling kind of video. So this will happen occasionally when there's just a ton of things to talk about that I'm excited over. And I don't want to make an independent video on each one of the new topics. So let's do that thing. So first topic of the day. Our boy, Artem Top Roll. He would be the lad with the big fuck off muscles. He's released what I'm pretty sure is the first ever photo book of arm wrestling. It's pretty amazing. Some of the shots in it, I've gotten into arguments with people about the legitimacy of the cover. I think it's a beautiful scene. Michael Todd had just won the WAL championship. It was his last ever opportunity to win that version of the WAL hammer. And I really think that him celebrating holding his wife, both of them crying, black and white, Artem at the top angle. I think the whole photo was done really well, and I've honestly equated it to the Ali Godzilla pose. There's something special about it. Two reasons I bring this book up. When somebody does something artistic involving a niche sport, it brings attention from outside of that sports circle. A good example of this is the Book of Five Rings. It's one of the 3 books that changed my life. It treats samurai in a way that before I read that, I just wasn't accustomed to. And that led me to fall in love with ancient Japanese culture. Everybody in my family, everybody that knew me growing up, knew that I was an anime dork, and that I was a samurai nerd, and I loved old Japanese shit. That love for samurai led me to fall in love with the old Japanese culture, which led me to fall in love with the only thing remaining, one of the only things remaining, of old Japanese culture, and that's sumo wrestling, which I would fucking slay at, right? So yeah, I mean, it's a niche sport that one thing led to me falling in love with sumo. The same thing could happen now. Photographers look at arm wrestling, they see the kinetic beauty. So I think that bringing attention to a photo book is a great idea. Reason number 2 is it's just a really cool book, and we should promote people doing artistic things with our sport. So anytime something like that happens, your boy is all in. So good job, Artem. And I really dig the cover. Fuck Tom Nelson. Jonathan Laba. Next up on the agenda is the Worley Classic. I did the poster for it. I'm really excited. Anytime somebody throws the word classic in their arm wrestling tournament's title, it gives the implication that it's going to be a yearly event, which I think is fucking awesome. It's 100% pro payout, so it would be wise for many people to get there, make a little extra cash, get your name out there. Quick to mention, there's some really cool super matches that are supposed to happen at this thing. So even if you're not like at that level, there's an AM class, and there's a ton of cool super matches to watch, so make that thing a thing that you do. Next topic's a little more serious. Today is the day of Ray Cote's surgery. For those that don't know, Ray Cote, he hates it when I say his name that way, is the owner of Country Crush. Dude has done a ton for the sport. Teach anyone that wants to learn. He's taken a bunch of guys under his wing. He'll sponsor people that otherwise would not have a sponsor, including me. People that look like me just don't attract brand attention usually. He's a really good dude, and this surgery is going to define whether or not he can ever walk again. So, I don't know if you guys are religious. Maybe say a blot for him. If you're Christian, say a prayer. Keep the guy in your thoughts if you're nothing. Just kinda sucks. Next on the agenda is the Kentucky State with Steve Pettis. It's March 24th, so it's in 3 days, I think? Holy shit, 3 days? I'm not ready for that. I fell down the stairs Sunday and destroyed my fucking shoulder. Like, all of that is just tore to pieces. So I'm gonna get my ass kicked. But I will be there. And you guys should be there so that I can meet you. I think Bill Runkle's going to be there. Josh Reichert, of course. Everybody knows he's this region's big guy. Mark Wilson, who is this region's number 2 and is a badass puller. Steve Pettis. There's going to be a bunch of names there. So come compete in the competition. I'll also be hosting a Country Coast deadlift competition there. So that'll be really cool. There is a $300 pot for the King of the Table tournament that's going to happen. I think it's going to happen before the actual tournament. I could be wrong. But yeah, you should make it out there. Let me meet you. And then you go meet people that fucking matter. And then, it'll be a good time for everybody. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the WAL announcement. In fact, I'm going to watch this video for the first time with you guys. So, let's do that thing.
WAL Nation, I'm excited to be back in front of you today to let you know about some incredible
This is my first time seeing Steve Kaplan,
that we've been dying to share with you.
And that's a goofy looking bitch.
It's been a while since I addressed the community, but we've been working around the clock for months across many areas of WAL that we believe puts us in prime position to continue to make arm wrestling the next huge global sport for the masses. I want to start with a quick note to say that we couldn't feel luckier to have such a dedicated and passionate group of athletes and supporters than those of the arm wrestling world. You are outstanding in your commitment and tenacity. And though we had a few ups and downs in 2017,
if you were not offering money, I don't think the community would be as behind you as they seem to be.
To the next level and share it with the world. I've never been more excited about the sport than I am today. The first big news is the exciting new format for 2018. WAL will be running 6 huge live primetime events from April through September with a total prize pool of $250,000.
Yeah.
Each card in each event will include 6 head-to-head best-of-5 matches between the biggest competitors in the sport. The matchups and cards have been selected by committee.
I'm going to comment on that after the video.
To provide the most competitive and entertaining matches as possible. Each broadcast will be highly produced and will include features, profiles, and much more. The first event will be WAL 401 and will be held on Thursday, April 19th in Chicago.
Damn, that's right around the corner.
Over the next several years, you'll be seeing major trajectory for the sport and awareness of WAL athletes as they will immediately be taking center stage in our vast promotional campaigns. This, in turn, means more events, and bigger paydays. 2018 will also include local events, which will take place from this spring through the fall. These events will be directed by James Reed in Syracuse, Jim Coyle in Oklahoma, Ryan Todd in Little Rock, Jesse Gonzalez will run the Florida event, Livingston DeNegre will tackle Houston, Steve Pettis will run either Tennessee or Michigan
running the region.
Mesa,
that's what
Arizona,
I'm talking about.
Dustin Allen, New Orleans or Biloxi by Mike Fontenot, and Bart Wood, who is working with all the directors, will host his WAL event in either Pittsburgh or Erie. Check the WAL website for details and registration. All of these events will be streamed live so that we can continue to bring more and more exposure to the sport. With this new format comes a new broadcast partner. WAL has partnered with Turner Sports in a long-term comprehensive broadcasting partnership. Turner will be broadcasting all of our events live in primetime through its new premium live sports streaming service. Additionally, WAL is one of several properties selected by Turner as a launch partner for the...
Yeah, that's all just shit for the filming of it. Okay, so my thoughts on the subject. Wow. I didn't expect it to open so strong. Thoughts on the subject. Okay. The first thing I gotta address here, guys, is a lot of people got burnt last year. And I've seen that people are boycotting the new WAL. It's not new, it's the same fucking thing, it's the same guy, it's Steve Kaplan. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. The train is here, the money is there. You gotta go get it, guys. This is what we got. You know what I mean? We're small. I think we'll always be kinda small. While the getting is good, you gotta get it. And this is your opportunity to go get some money, get some name exposure, build a brand for yourself. If you're good enough to be winning the qualifiers, you're an idiot if you don't go compete in the new format he's talking about, the one-on-one super match where they build like a story about you. I'm imagining in my head something a lot like the Game of Arms show for the finals. I imagine the locals is just going to be a normal tournament, right? And like that'll be how they scout new talent. I think that's a really good idea. Don't boycott this. We gotta make it work, guys. This is what we got. Just go fucking do it. Just go make some money. I understand he's gonna make you sign contracts and such. You know? Why not? What the fuck? And then if the WAL tanks, it's not like you can't go pull at Worlds or PAF or PAL or whatever again. To my next point, Steve Kaplan. Dude, the community is giving you another chance. Don't fuck it up, man. There's a lot riding on you, and a lot of people are paying their bills with arm wrestling because of you. I don't think Devin will ever go anywhere, 'cause that dude can make it regardless. The same for Michael Todd. But people who are quitting their jobs to train, people who are making a full-time career out of it for the first time, and you fuck them over, man, you're making some enemies. Jordan Sill, for example, I'm a huge Jordan Sill fan. I think the dude has the potential to be the next Devin Larratt, and if he commits full-time to the WAL and the WL fucks him, there's going to be a lot of people that turn against and won't turn back to the WL. I mean, that's already the case. I'm having to coax people into competing at the WL just because they got burnt so bad. So don't be a dick. Well, those are my thoughts on everything that happened this week, guys. Thank you for watching. I just had so much I wanted to talk about, and I didn't want to make it one episode for each one of these things, because that would have taken forever. And by the time I got around to the last topic, WAL, it would have not been relevant anymore. So, I wanted to do a This Week in Arm Wrestling kind of news episode thing. I imagine that will happen again at some point. Anyway, I'm Wes Björnsson, this is The Grip, and I hope to catch you next time.